Hello, this is the astrological overview for the Astro New Year, which falls on the 20th of March 2024. So this year it is on Wednesday at 1:07 p.m. This is Brisbane, Australian Queensland time. And what the astrological new year is when the sun moves into 00 degrees Aries, cardinal fire, and it signifies the equinox, which for those northern kin, it is the spring equinox, and for those in the southern hemisphere, it is the autumn equinox. So we have this incredible chart that is Cancer rising, and the moon is in Leo, forming a fire trine to the sun in Aries. So we also have the moon trine Neptune and opposite Pluto. The sun is conjunct and out of sign Neptune 27 degrees Pisces, and the sun is sextiling harmoniously Pluto at 1 degree Aquarius fixed air. The sun is also squaring Vesta, the sacred priestess of consciousness and devotional practice and service in Gemini. So these are some out of sign aspects. Now what we are working with essentially is that Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the spring ram. And so for whatever hemisphere you are living in, you need to relate this to, this is the impulse, the month, the solar month of Aries that is around initiation, courage, new beginnings. And as you've probably heard me talk about, this is the astrological new year rather than the Gregorian calendar of the 1st of January. So just take a moment to feel into this energetically. If you were actually celebrating New Year's Day this year on the 20th of March, so remember there is a variation in dates. It can be from the 19th to the 23rd of March. It's relative to when the sun moves into Aries. But for this year, it's the 20th of March. And just for a moment, feel into this. You are celebrating the start of the new year. Feel what this is like with the celebration of it being in a cardinal fire sign. Cardinal energy brings the energy down and pushes it out. So already we are starting to move the energy rather than the 1st of January, which is when the sun is in Capricorn. It's not actually connected to any astrological point. It's not an equinox. It's not a solstice. And the 1st of January, based on the Roman tax year, has got an old false time construct and also a structure and a history of being connected to power over. These are established institutions that we have been disconnected from. They've wanted us to move away from the cycles and the rhythms of nature and put us into a false time construct, but one that's also based on financial systems that are not set up to empower the individual or to empower the family unit or in fact the tribe or the community. In a way, there's a hierarchical power system at play with the calendar being based on the tax year. So with this particular astrological chart for this new year, with the sun sextiling Pluto, who has now moved into Aquarius at 1 degree. So this is really big news on the astrological forefront, is that Pluto will dip back into the last degrees of Capricorn, 29 degrees Capricorn, around September, October. And then this year in November, at the end of November, Pluto will finally be in Aquarius. This is a 248-year transit, and it will be in Aquarius for around 19 to 20 years, so till 2043. And we are going to see massive transformation and change in the financial systems, especially with Uranus and Taurus, the great liberator and awakener, the revolutionary agent. Pluto transforms and changes. There are massive social changes that are coming through. We need to be aware that there are healthy and unhealthy power dynamics playing out as well. But setting our intentions and our focus that this is the liberation and the freedom of new social constructs that are being forged with the innovative Aquarius energy that's going to support us with an egalitarian idealism that we can actually hopefully ground down into reality with social change and social constructivism. Coming back to the solar month of Aries that ignites this marker point of the astrological new year, this is the time to set your New Year's intentions. This is when I would be doing the tarot spread or your oracle cards for the 12 months for the year ahead. So from the equinox around the 20th of March to next year, where we have the turning point and the marker point each year of the astrological new year. New beginnings, wiping the slate clean, deciding on how you're going to action and move forward with what is important for you, and using the element of fire to initiate, to possibly, as I mentioned in the equinox turning point, to burn away what is no longer needed. Now, this depends on what hemisphere you're in. Obviously, if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're emerging after winter. So you're welcoming the new growth, the new vegetation, the new life, the excitement to get out and have some adventures with the Aries energy, the impulse for change. For those of us in the southern hemisphere, we are in autumn. And so with this, what we are doing is we're being very clear and focused around using the planetary ruler of Aries, which is Mars, to cut away and to compost what is no longer required in our lives as we head into the winter cauldron. So this is a turning point. Even if you're watching this video and it's not on the 20th of March, know that the solar energy is around for a whole month. So using the solar month to have the same energetic signature as the new year cycle, as the new month, the new beginnings, carving your destiny, bringing it back to Aries, which is the I am. And, dropping into the mystique with Venus and Saturn and Pisces as well, around getting very clear around your finances, your relationships, what your trajectory is, what your plans are for the future moving forward. Know that this is all open to change. It's subject to change, but just taking a serious note as well to make sure that your roots are very deep in Mother Earth. And it's an incredible energy with the Jupiter Uranus conjunction later in the month, around the 18th to the 22nd of April. Jupiter brings expansive opportunities and blessings. Uranus is the the rogue energy that's breaking us out of old patterns and ways of being in Taurus, which is fixed earth So using our very earthy, practical, grounded energy to go, this is revolutionary love. This is revolutionary love for ourselves, for our loved ones, revolutionary love for our creative prosperity, our abundance, what we wish to create, what we wish to birth as we are moving forward into the new year based on the astrological cycles and rhythms. Okay, so go well, beautiful ones, go well, be free, and use your amazing vision boards, your oracle cards, your intentions to set your wishes for the new year.